Hello everybody, my name is Michel Coleman and I'd like to give you a short demo of our Tower Wars server. Tower Wars used to be a game on the Hypixel Minecraft server, but Hypixel thought it didn't have enough players, so they got rid of it. So we made our own server on play.kunet.dev. With Hypixel's permission, we recreated the whole game. As you can see, the lobby is quite a bit different, but there's the familiar NPC, where you can right click to start the game. I've invited my two daughters to play with me. There's not as many players in Hypixel, of course, but you can already play from 2 players up to 6 for a solo game. We've also got duos games, and then we've added extra modes, fast solos modes. That's like duos, but it's playing only 1 player per team, but with twice as much money and twice as many abilities. And we've also got sandboxes on the right, so you can test your defenses, place towers as many as you like, and see how well they handle different attacks. Anyway, we're going to do a regular solo game now. So since there's only 3 of us, we all just type /start, and then the game will start right away with only 3 players. And the total 120 lives is then divided by 3, so we all get 40 lives to start with instead of 20. So you can also see that this is a new map we've added. So we've still got Battle Hall, Imperial and Praetorium, but the Twister map is a new one that we've invented just to add something new to the game. So the game started, I've sent some chickens and so have the other players. So right click on the archer. The interface works exactly the same as in the original Hypixel version, so you can just right click on a tower and then it gets placed into your hotbar and you can place as many as you like. I'll just send some more chickens. If you don't know the game, it's quite important to send a lot of mobs, because the more mobs you send, the more income you get, but of course you also have to make sure your defense is strong enough to kill everything that's coming into your lanes. So that's more than enough defense for now, so I'll just stick to attacking now. Another anomaly. The anomalies are also called portals. Send mobs to the other player's lanes, so that's a very strong way of defending your lane. You can put a whole line of portals there, and then in the end game it takes a long time before you start losing lives, because all the mobs drop into them and get sent to the other lanes. And you can also use them for attack as well. If you let mobs drop into them and then add your own mobs, then you'll have a very strong attack to the other players. But of course it weakens your defense a little bit if you use up a portal like that. You also see a zombie coming in, and the zombies, when they die, they split up. So there it's split up into 3 baby zombies. I also try to reproduce the behavior as much as possible, so it looks exactly like on the Hypixel server. The zombie does a little dance when it's split up, and so the 3 baby zombies come out of the main one in pretty much the same way. I'll just keep sending mobs. So the magmas deal splash damage. So they're pretty much the strongest towers in the game. There you can see some more zombies splitting up. Well, they don't split up when they get a direct hit by a magma. Also, that's the same as in the Hypixel version. The attack waves are getting stronger. slimes. And the last couple of weeks before Hypixel removed the game, we spent a lot of time trying to understand exactly how everything worked in the game so we can reproduce it as faithfully as possible. And for example, you'll notice I placed 2 slimes and I'll probably place a couple more later on. We used to think that it didn't make sense to put a lot of slimes together until we figured out that the duration of a slime hit was actually divided by the number of mobs in the group that was hit by the slime. So if a slime normally delays the mobs for 2 seconds, if there's 10 mobs that are hit by 1 splash from the slime, then they all get only 0.2 seconds. And that way we figured out that actually placing multiple slimes together actually helps you quite a lot. So that mechanic too was faithfully reproduced in our version. We really did our best to make it exactly the same as the original. Okay, time for some spiders. Of course, a little bit of defense. Looks like those leather zombies are getting along a lot further than I expected, so I'll add a couple of extra magmas temporarily because I'll probably get rid of them afterwards. Those wolves shouldn't be a problem. Wolves are partially immune to area effects like the magmas. That's a lot of spiders. I better add a villager there to protect my towers, but it's a little too late, so some of them are probably going to get through. That will be a nice example of how to use portals aggressively, because as soon as they drop in, they get teleported to the other players, and I'll add some more of my own. And that will be quite a strong attack for the others to try and stop. So the villager protects the towers that are within 5 blocks of it, so I upgraded one of them, and then the rest, yeah, that'll be enough, they won't get through. And looks like Aqua is dead now, only one other player remaining. Couldn't handle the spiders. Okay, time to send some rabbits. Those are 50% immune against area effects. I'm a little rusty, I haven't even had the time to go and check out the other fields. Normally you should go back and forth a little bit and look at what the others are doing as a defense so you know what attacks to send. I'm a little bit rusty, I haven't played for a while, I've been programming too much. Some rabbits, but it doesn't look like they're getting through. Let's have a look. Yeah, those Teslas are pretty good at killing rabbits. Well, time to sell some towers because all of those we're not really going to need them anymore. I'm going to put some more attention into our main defense at the beginning. And I don't know if you noticed, but I right-clicked on the cell icon, the little emeralds. That wasn't possible in Hypixel. In Hypixel, if you wanted to sell a lot of towers, you had to click on them one by one and click the sell icon every single time. Well, here you can just right-click on the sell icon. It gives you an icon in the hotbar, and then you can sell a whole bunch of towers right away, so that makes it a bit easier. A little too easy because I actually sold the tower I didn't mean to sell. Anyway, try a little sheep attack, and meanwhile nothing much is coming in, so I'll just add a couple of Teslas there. Looks like some of the sheep made it through into the anomalies of red. Unless she sent them herself, but I think they're probably reflected from the anomalies. Interesting thing about Twister is where you should place the anomalies, because of course if you place them in the intersection there, then it's gonna be too early. So it's better to skip the intersection and then place them further along the gun. Okay, piggies for extra income. It's not really attacking much. Nothing to do with wait for, well, maybe I'll add a couple of witches. It's another thing we've changed. There was a bug in the Hypixel version where witches, the tier 2 witches actually were supposed to prefer firing at unaffected mobs, but they did the exact opposite, they fired at affected mobs, which made the tier 2 witches a lot less useful than they could be. So we fixed that. They do what they're supposed to do in our version. There's another witch there. And I guess I should finish my defense a little bit. You see, I'm a little rusty normally. I should place all my towers before starting to upgrade some of them. Except for the spiders, you can sometimes upgrade magmas close to a villager, but other than that, normally you're supposed to place all the towers and then upgrade them. That's the most efficient for money. Then again, my opponents today aren't really the strongest ones. And this is just a demo. Okay, cats. Yep, they seem to be coming through relatively nicely. Yeah, a couple are gonna make it. Great. That of course means that I have to protect against them. A couple of snipers should do the trick. Well, they're already dead. Cats are immune to area effects, so the magmas don't hurt them much. They just sail right through. But she's already upgrading some of the archers. Archers are best, and Teslas work quite nicely as well. Okay, creeper time. The creepers disable towers temporarily. Each time one of them gets killed, it disables a bunch of towers around it for a little while. Another wave of cats, let's see how they get through. Probably not, the Teslas are quite powerful with the archers together. Time to upgrade that villager. Now it has a range of 10 for protection of towers and adding 10% to their firing rate. Send some more piggies for fun. attacks coming in. I can just save for some cows. No, well, so shouldn't be a problem. They'll get killed before they get to that bend. Yep. Looks like I'm quite far ahead in income, because I've been sending mobs the whole time while my opponent hasn't. That's quite critical in this game, you have to keep sending mobs. Cows. They are quite powerful in attack in this stage of the game. I don't know why she sent all those priests, because they're just gonna get killed really quickly, they're much too weak. So the cows coming through. Oh, she managed to kill them. Okay, let's see how she does with the next wave. Because the cows get faster after 50 cows. One extra speed. So they're going to be a little bit tougher to kill this time. Oh, she killed them all. Better defense than I thought. Okay, a ghast combined with cows. That's always a nice combo. Because the ghast will protect the cows from being hit in that first part. But she still handled them quite well. Okay, I guess I'll save for horses then. And meanwhile I'll finish up my defense a little bit, because I've been neglecting it a little bit because there's nothing coming in. Horses are a bit stronger and they're immune against slow, well, partially immune against slow. Oh, pretty soon we'll get to ghasts and priests, and she won't be able to stop those anymore. I already sent some high priests to warm them up, that way they get more healing. The more you send, the more healing power they get. So this attack is not going to get through, but that means the next attack is going to be stronger, and meanwhile I've upped my income to 330,000, which is a good place to start for the final attack with ghasts and priests. My anomalies are all over the place. Keep leaving gaps between them. You can see I'm really rusty in this game. So now I've right-clicked on the high-level magma volcano, and that gives me a shortcut in the hotbar for the volcano, and I can just right-click on the existing magmas to upgrade them all the way. That's also a big improvement over the Hypixel version, because you had to do it this way on Hypixel all the time for all of the magmas as well. Well, here you can just take the shortcut and upgrade them all. with just one click. Okay, so my daughter's finally sending some cows. Doesn't look like it's gonna be a very hard battle in the end. Don't even need a full defense actually. $2.7 million. I'll just finish the defense. And then we'll send over some ghasts. Upgrading the Teslas to blue, which is the best one. Some priests and then ghasts. Ghasts on auto, right clicking. And then auto priest after that. Won't need a lot of ghasts. This is more than sufficient to let the priest get through. So we're above 400,000. Now we've increased the price of Death Riders to $1 million. That's a temporary change we're experimenting with, because some people complained that it was too easy to send a large wave of Death Riders in the end. Especially when you're playing with a lot of strong players together, people will just not send anything for the end game while the others were sending ghasts, and then as soon as the whole fields were filled with ghasts, they just sent 20 Death Riders in one go, and then everybody would get killed. So with the price of the $1 million, it's a little bit harder to do that. But we're still experimenting with that and may put it back to 500,000 or add some other changes. Well, looks like my ghasts have clogged everything up quite nicely. So I'll just add the occasional Death Rider every now and then it shouldn't take long for me to win this game. It looks like my opponent's still below 400k income, while I'm almost 700,000, so there's this is pretty much the end of the game. She's losing lives quickly now. So, I hope you enjoyed this little demo, and I hope to see you soon on our server, play.kunet.dev. Anybody can join, you don't need any account or anything, just a regular Minecraft account. Recommend using Minecraft 1.8.9, but any recent versions work as well. Just 1.8.9 is usually better for this kind of games with less lag. Okay, see you soon then.